Good morning. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? Today's morning video is going to be specifically about my journey and my experience using the Lumen. The reason I'm doing this is because I know there's a lot of people out there who are curious about different things out there, especially weight loss tools. And I'm the type of person that believes until you try it, you can't judge it. So I buy things and test them out. And I bought this and I'm testing it out. I'm also tracking information and posting multiple videos about my Lumen experience on my YouTube channel and my Facebook motivational group, as well as my Instagram Avanti Wellness podcast. I do lives there. I'm right here on a live, and I'm doing this simultaneously. So I want to talk about it because there's a lot of people out there who aren't comfortable buying something until they've really thoroughly researched something. So here's your research, here's my experience, and in a nutshell, before I'm going to go ahead and say this, so for people who don't want to be on this video very long, do I recommend it? Do I highly recommend it? Yes. And here's the reasons why. I know what to eat. I know how I should eat less, have a calorie deficit, do more resistance training, build muscle, eat protein. I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that too. Low carb, no to low simple carbs, and lots of complex carbs. If you've been around the world, you pretty much, if you've been living in this world, you've pretty much heard that over and over again. But why does this help you do that? The information that you get from utilizing something like this is invaluable. Okay. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. There's no doctor, there's no personal trainer, there is no nutritionist, there's no dietitian who actually understands what your set of circumstances, based on the drugs you take, based on the hormones that you have, based on your activity level, based on the foods you eat, based on how much sleep you have, based on how you process foods, what you've done damaging to your metabolic processes in the past, your metabolism and the systems that regulate that. Nobody knows. And if they tell you they know, they're not telling you the truth. But what is going to know what your metabolism is doing is a scientific device that picks up the readings of information and factors related to metabolism. That's why I got this, to test and to use. So knowing that and having an experience of almost 2 months, on September 12th will be my 2-month anniversary of having used this. And what I get is I get to be a part of the Lumen community. So I get to read in the Facebook group what other people are experiencing. But what you learn is you are unique and you are special based on all your circumstances. So you don't ever want to compare. Nobody's body is the same. When you go to a doctor, the doctor is trying to figure out, based on recorded information, what your circumstances are. They're just detectives. So you have to basically tell them all the facts in order for them to come up with the probability of being able to help you. So I highly recommend, going to your doctor if you need to. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying that that's reality. That's what they're doing. They're just trying to figure out and, to help you based on their education, based on their experience, based on peer review studies that have been written and or that they've read about. having a device like this to show your doctor what your metabolism has been doing and how you've been sleeping, I mean, this is a very helpful tool that you can take to your doctor and you can talk about your situation if that's how you choose to handle it. So I highly recommend this. Okay, what am I getting out of it? What am I learning from it? First of all, I've lost about 18 pounds in 2 months. My goal is by the 12th to hit the 20-pound mark, just because I want to say that I lost 20 pounds in 2 months. And that's just a personal goal that I have. So I have to be really good this week and next week. And what's ironic is that what you think is good doesn't always create the results that you're looking for. So I'm going to share with you my yesterday and then my readings. Okay. So, yesterday I feel like I ate low carb, which is what my endomorph body wants to do, and, thrives better when I eat low carb. I could just like breathe around a complex carb or a simple carb and it attaches to my hips. That's basically my life experience. Um, so I ate low carb yesterday, but within my macros for the Lumen, and because it'll tell you how many carbs you should eat for the day. And it always adjusts based on what you're blowing, what your results are. I happen to what I think I recorded more fats, and I'm talking good fats. Like I take a shot of olive oil in the morning. It's something I started about a month ago. So I'm really trying to see getting all those polyphenols in my body, how that affects me. Um, I also put MCT coconut oil on my teeth in the morning and I swallow it. So that's kind of like a shot of coconut oil, and it's actually making my teeth whiter. So I'm experiencing good things with that. And I like to do natural things to see how they work. So the other thing is I didn't eat quite as many proteins as they requested or they wanted. And that was the only thing that I felt like was a deficit. So less proteins than what they asked me to, but not by much, just a little bitty part of the circle. And then I went considered over on the fats, the healthy fats. Oh, because I also had avocado. And then I made a tomato basil soup with some almond milk, creamer that I had. And so, anyway, um, I went over on my fats. And then I just right at the right carbohydrates, supposedly, from my tracking. But what was weird is when I went to bed, I blew a 3, which means you're burning fats and carbohydrates. And then I thought, oh, I'm for sure going to get into fat burn mode in the night. And then what was weird is I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. Like I woke up like I could have possibly gotten up out of bed, although I didn't. I just realized how I was waking up. And it was like a little unsettling because that was only like 4.5 hours of sleep. And I actually don't ever wake up in the middle of the night. So I was thinking, that is weird. I wonder what I did that caused me to kind of have a wake up session. So I have a feeling it has to do with the carbohydrates, because I heard that if you need to sleep, you got to make sure you've got carbohydrates in your body for a good night's sleep, but not like bad carbohydrates, like complex carbs, maybe some fruit or something. So then I stayed up. Oh, I went and I actually weighed myself. I was curious because I've been doing so good. I was hoping I would see a pound or so on the scale drop. Actually, I was upset because I saw a pound higher than the day before. And I'm like, what? I just ate well the day before. Like I'm eating at home. I'm eating, what I would consider good things. And then I went back to sleep after just reading my phone for a little bit, doing some. I blew. Did I say I blew a reading? I blew a reading and it was a 2 at 3 a.m. So I was like, okay, good. I went from 3 in 4 hours. I dropped to a 2, which is ideal. It's a fat burning only mode, which you want to be like 1 and 2 in the middle of the night. So I was pleased with that reading. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I take readings as much as I have a window for a reading, like, because the windows are things like after you eat, 1 to 2 hours, 30 minutes before you exercise, before you sleep, when you wake up. There's like certain windows. And then when I don't fit in the window and I just want to like custom read because I'm curious, maybe I ate something and it's not 1 to 2 hours, but I'm just super curious, like what the reading would be if I actually um, did a reading at that time. And so I'll do a custom reading and then I'll kind of say like what the custom reading was. I did create a custom reading for the middle of the night because after midnight, you don't want to do your morning blow until you wake up in the morning. So basically, I save that opportunity for the morning when I am actually waking up for good. And I do a custom reading anytime in between there, between going to sleep and actually waking up for the full blown morning, like at 6 or whatever. So anyway, I was a 2, so I was happy. And then I decided I needed to go back to sleep because I basically had been up since 3:30, and that was, unusual for me. So basically, when I woke up like at 8:30, so I had like 4 more hours of sleep. So that kind of equated to 8 total hours of sleep, and I was happy because they really want you to get like 8 hours of sleep. Of course, uninterrupted sleep would be more ideal, but any kind of sleep is good. So when I woke up, I did my morning reading, and I believe it was a 1. So from 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. to like 8 a.m., I was able to go from a 2 burning mainly fat to a 1 burning mostly fat. So that's really where you want to be. In the beginning, had a hard time getting 1s. I was getting mostly 3s, and then I started seeing 2s, and then I started to see some 1s. So I was actually happy about that. So I did a reading earlier, and so it's 11 o'clock. I've had my supplements. I've had some kefir for breakfast. I had an 8-ounce glass of kefir just now. A little while ago, I've been on a little walk for my dog, and Lumen is asking me to do another check-in. So I'm going to go ahead and do a check-in and see what it says because I'm super curious, and I'm just going to do it live here. Okay. So I've got my Lumen here. I've got my app here. So I'm going to hit, we want to see, let me pick a thing. So before exercise. So I think I'll go ahead and do an exercise that says check 30 minutes before your workout. So I'm going to go ahead and do an exercise and see if it tells me I need to carb up, because that's usually what it'll tell you if you're just in fat burning mode. So I'm going to hit before exercise, and I'm going to say 20 minutes walking, because I'm going to get on my treadmill and do it. So walking, and then it asks you to, I don't think y'all can see this. 20 minutes, save. And I'm just going to say low intensity because I'm still heavy. I don't do like high intensity. At least in my opinion, it's not high or medium intensity. I feel like it's low intensity. So I'm going to hit that. So here I go. I'm going to check my Lumen. Let me turn it on. There's the little thing. It's connected to my Bluetooth. All right, it says let's go.
Inhale deeply through your lumen. Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
Your body stores extra carbs as glycogen. It only burns fat when carbs are not available. Okay, it says, nice. You're all set for a workout. And I blew a 1. So I just hit another 1. The number 1 is right there. And it's like highlighted. And then it says, you're burning mainly fat before your workout, 20-minute walks. You can carb up if you like. You can eat 1 carb serving for some extra energy if you like, but it isn't necessary. Okay. I will tell you that they recommend typically to carb up, but I have found like when I go into my workouts on just fat burning mode, sometimes I don't have the like stamina or I really get tired before I should. If I do a small carb, like a piece of fruit or a complex carb, I'm actually might take a packet of New Plus, which I've talked about that in other videos. Then it gives me more energy to sustain the workout. So I'm gonna probably do that because the only thing I've had for breakfast, and it's 11 o'clock a.m., is a little glass of 8 ounces worth of kefir, which is like a probiotic yogurt type thing, goat's milk yogurt. So it does have some carbs in it. So anyway, that's my Lumen check-in. I'm super pleased with my experience. I will say, let me have a little swig of my beverage. I will say for anyone who, like, I hate tracking my food, but it gives me information that I need when I do. So for anyone who wants to stay engaged in their process, the Lumen is really like fascinating. It's interesting. It provides you with real information, not just pre-programmed knowledge, but it's actually it's a feedback tool, which is fairly unique in my opinion. It's a feedback testing tool. And I am having a really good time calling it my weight loss partner because it's just as interested in my data as I am. So if you're interested, I did, after I purchased it, the subscription and the tool, the device, I reached out to Lumen and talked about how I wanted to guinea pig it and talk about it. So they did give me a promo code and a link for y'all to get a discount. So if you found this video interesting and you're curious, there's a quiz on the Lumen link. And also if you decide after you take the quiz that you want to purchase it, you can type in the promo code Avanti, 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 like Avanti Wellness, just Avanti, and that'll give you $50 off your purchase. So Avanti highly recommends this. It's been a big motivator and a game changer for me, and I really enjoy my experience. I have enjoyed my 2 months so far, and I'm going to track it all the way through to my 100-pound weight loss journey that I'm on right now. So feel free to reach out to me, comment below, or send me a message. I've got my avantiwellness.com, and you can send me an email through the contact us form. All right. Take care. Bye. See you later.